Hey, folks. Yeah, so President Biden, he did it. He did it. He did it. He pardoned his son. Um, there are some folks that think that the mere fact that he pardoned his son, does that mean that nothing else is going to happen? Because if Kamala Harris was going to be in office, then he wouldn't have to worry about that. But I would disagree because Merrick Garland, he's the one that actually brought charges against Hunter Biden, right? While the president, Joe Biden, is in office right now. So, and apparently he was going to be sentenced here in a couple of weeks, talking about Hunter Biden. And then they're saying things like he shouldn't break the law. No, he's not breaking the law, folks. He has the right to pardon whoever he wants to pardon in any fashion. That's one of the perks that comes with being a president of the United States. Just like the clown man has got his court jesters over there that have given him immunity, or given the president immunity, and that's where I'm going to lead into this. So I think that was the first step for President Biden to say, hey, you guys over there, you guys aren't playing fair. You know, this guy's been getting off 34 convictions and now he's a president or president-elect. I don't think so. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be the president, and not only am I going to protect my son, and as a sidebar, I don't have children, but would anybody out there do that for their son? If you could do it, if you had the power to do that, would you do that for your son or daughter? Absolutely, you would. I know I would. I'd do it for my cat. You know. So anyway, so now that that was the first step to take care of his son. So now I think it's time to take care of the country. And what does that entail? I've gone over this a gazillion times in my videos over the last couple of months. And the one that's still lingering for me is the Amendment 14, Section 3. That dude over there is an insurrectionist, a seditionist. It clearly states in the Constitution. I took an oath, right? I took an oath. That oath, by the way, folks, for my veterans out there, that's a lifelong oath. It doesn't stop when you get out of the service. That's for the rest of your life. And so I believe, that's why I keep coming on here, I believe that that's a step that he needs to take. And not that Biden has to take it, but Congress has to take it. You know, once it gets in there to get certified, the electors to get certified, that's when they have to get some sackage and take charge and get that done. Then Biden can step in and say, nah, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and have you arrested. He's probably not going to do that. I understand. But he could, because he's got immunity. And then the last step, well, second to the last. Second to the last is the military. But I got on here before. I don't know whether folks saw that, but I don't think the military, I had to do my homework. The military can't arrest civilians. But there's a small window that they can, like I said in the video, there's a small chance that they can. But the last choice is resign. That's it. He can resign. Think that was the first option I threw way back. Then Kamala becomes the president. And folks had said back then what? Nothing. she's immune from anything because she's the president. And then folks, well, then what? She's immune. She can do whatever she wants. She can cancel the election. She can do whatever she wants to do. Will she get blowback? Of course she will, but she's the president. This is all legal stuff that I'm talking about here, folks. This is law. If he resigns, she becomes president. It's as simple as that. Then she can make a decision on who she wants to be her vice president. Will she pick Tim Walz? Who knows? She probably would, because they had a successful campaign as far as I'm concerned.